My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Slay the Spire 2. It's time to play the defect. And with scroll boxes. Do I open the scroll box looking for the 3 claws? Do I do it? Do I do it? There's a 3 elite, 3 rest path, which is terrifying. You know what? Give me the claws and let's... but there's a booming conch as well, and that would actually be okay for trying to take that line. Damn. Alright, give me the booming conch. At the start of each elite combat, we'll draw an additional card and gain... Sorry, draw 2 additional cards, rather, and gain 1 additional energy. So in order to make sure that that's... Like... Whoa. Yeah, no, I was short on damage. I was miscalculating that in the background. I was like, wait, did I have lethal if they hit? No, I did not. Yes, so in order to make sure that we're getting consistent value out of that first turn, I feel like I'm going to want to use it to generate orbs. Oh, Nimble on Lightning Rod is actually pretty exciting, turning it into a pretty good block as well as pretty decent damage. Because then the value that I generate on turn 1 is still going to be spread to turn 2 and turn 3, rather than just like, you know, I do a bunch of damage on turn 1 and then it's still like a struggle to get out of the rest of the fight. Lightning Rod versus Booster Wave versus FTL. Sorry, not Lightning Rod, Bulk Up. Bulk Up is really good. Yeah, you get it this early, it's really good. It's also a power worth setting up on turn 1 consistently. It's just really good. Like, look at this. Lightning Rod almost single-handedly defends us this turn. God, it's good. Cold Snap, Go for the Eyes. Hologram of these. We take the Go for the Eyes because of the elite line we're barreling down here. Yeah, I have no immediate need for money, so I will take a relic instead, heal 2 HP whenever I enter a rest site. Sorry, whenever I enter a enemy fight. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. We don't get that much value out of this turn 1 here. That said, this is the best value I'm going to get out of the flex bot, and I'm going to need additional damage to try and get through this fight. This is probably the worst of the fights for me to face early. Alas. Go for the Eyes is in the perfect part of the deck, so that's nice. $10 damage taken that turn. I can full defend while generating additional lightning. 9. Yeah, the next one's not going to go to 11, unfortunately. Oh, no, wait! It's fine. Yeah, we've got Lightning Orbs. Planisphere, when you enter a question mark room, heal 5 HP. We've also got Chill, Barrage, and Momentum Strike. Of these, there's no value in Barrage. We're going to be losing orb slots rather than gaining them. Chill's just immediate 0 energy to gain a bunch of defense. So I'm more than happy to have a copy of that. Let's upgrade Go for the Eyes for the additional weaken, especially because of the upcoming double elite. I really desperately do not want to have to rest between these elites, because I want to try and take as much additional value from this first floor as possible to make up for the fact that we don't have a particularly strong idea of what we're doing yet. God damn, this next hand sucks. 21 incoming damage, and I have... Ooh, 2 block. Beautiful. Yeah, this is going to be a toughie. Literally, if I just got reasonable defense that last turn, I think we would be okay here. Glasswork versus Ball Lightning versus Iteration. There's also a Strike Dummy. Cards containing Strike deal 3 additional damage, so I'm probably going to keep those strikes in the base deck for a little bit. Because with Bulk Up and Strike Dummy, they're dealing 12 apiece, which is... That's suddenly serious damage. Glasswork, Defend, and Chill, moving the Glass Orb to the front of the line, so it's dual castable later. Nice. Dual cast it. And I think it's worth taking 5 damage here in order to bulk up. Oh, I don't even have to because of the Ripple Basin! Thank you, Ripple Basin! Yeah, I thought the bulk up was going to be really important because I need to only be fighting the Flyconid and take it out pretty quickly because it's got the vulnerability on us. And does a lot of damage. I stand by it. Shatter. Deal 7 damage to all enemies. Evoke all of your orbs twice. I like the idea of it. It's not especially good in this deck, but that's fine. It's still better than the other options. And it's an AoE card, as it turns out. Something that might be immediately important to us in a second. Immediately in a second. Ooh. Okay. And then next hand. You know what? I'm fine with that. Okay, go for the eyes. Double strike takes a single target off the field. I was really hoping to have bulk up in this hand, but oh well. Okay, I can put 19 into the back line, taking another target out. Unfortunately, I've got to take a full 12 this turn, and now it just comes down to whether or not I have damage in the right positions in the deck. Okay. That'll do it. Gold-plated cables. Your rightmost orb triggers its passive an additional time. There's also Refract, Chaos, and Tempest. I don't really want to be orb-based, but I also kind of want to be a little orb-based. Of these, the only one I think that like really matches our speed is Chaos. Upon pickup, enchant 3 cards with Adroit. Gain 3 block when you play this card. Especially because we have bulk up. We've got 3 decks, so those 3 block cards are also now 6 block cards, which makes them even better. So we're going to want to do that on things that we get to consistently play. So I feel like it's just our 0 cost, right? Go for the eyes, zap, and dual cast. I could also make it chill, because chill upgrades to become non-exhaust. Yeah, I'll do that. And then I'll upgrade chills. Not chills. I don't actually need a turbo in this deck immediately. Hotfix would be nice, but I don't need it immediately either. And I do have the right potions to try and force my way through this fight without the rest. We'll be using Power Potion turn 1. Spinner to evoke an orb every turn. Seems pretty good to me. Last work, defend, drop. Shatter for just a huge amount of slippery removal. Go for the eyes to weaken you both with this turn and next. Let's have a look in this skill pot. Compact for defense, and that compact will also help us remove your wounds you put in the deck after this point. Bulk up, zap, lightning rod, giant defense. 19 defense versus your incoming 22 damage on that turn. It is nice to outscale you. Combat gives us wound removal there. And yep, that's lethal. Fortifier to All for One, Buffer, and Defragments. I think All for One, specifically because of the 3 0 costs, like Zap, Go for the Eyes, and Chill that we can pull back consistently. That's just, especially after Bulk Up has been played, that's, you know, ridiculous defense and offense at the same time. I was going to count it up, but then I decided not to. Biased Cognition. I am a pretty fast deck. Ooh, Black Star with the Booming Conch. Elites drop an additional relic when defeated. That could be really exciting if I'm on a comfy line to take a number of elites. There's a singular 3 elite line. Yeah, there's a single 3 elite line and I don't really want to go on it. Oh no, there's a second 3 elite line, and it's worse. It's this one. And then the other 3 elite line starts from the same, goes up and across. I could take a 2 elite line, maybe. Then I'm only getting 2 additional relics out of the Black Star. It feels like I should really just transform and upgrade 3 strikes if I'm doing that. That said, those strikes are already doing pretty decent work with the strike dummy. All right, let's hunt some elites, and I'm only gonna go for the 1, 2. Wait. Yeah, I'm gonna go for this right hand side. Take these 3 elites and 3 rests. Sorry, 2 elites and 3 rests rather. Shadow Shield, Beam Cell, Beam Cell, Beam Cell, Beam Cell. I do direct target damage a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna want 1. I'm also gonna want 1 turbo. Frontline is attacking next turn, so it's the one that I should try and disable here. Gunk up, momentum strike, leap. I'm not interested in taking that leap. Nope. Mr. Struggles. I would be fine with Daughter of the Wind. Yeah, Mr. Struggles for supplementary AoE, please. Does 1 damage AoE on the first turn, 2 damage AoE on the second turn, and then it continues in much the same fashion. Could have saved 9 health that previous turn by using Fortifier. Maybe I should have. Upgraded Leap versus Chill Fight Through. Okay, single upgraded Leap I'll take. Full defense, courtesy of the Ripple Basin and playing no attacks on that turn. Hope the Eyes Glasswork will All for one, the go for the ice back plate again. 7 defense versus Fortifier. I'm going to take the 7 defense here. Fortifier is much more valuable than that, but so is Lucky Tonic in pretty much the same way of preventing one individual large hit. And I don't want to end this fight and then see an additional treasure that I could have taken and go, oh no, oh, wish I'd used my potion. See, exactly, a strength potion here. Bulk up 2. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, we absolutely do that. The all for one's getting real stupid. Zero cost silent cards are more important to bring back than anything else. Is there anything that would... Shiv generation's really good. Ricochet, if I could discard it, would be nice. I will say Leading Strike gets the additional strike dummy damage and then gives me 2 additional shivs in hand, which do great damage for us. So I could see myself taking that. Expose? Up my sleeves is a long-term plan to get a bunch more, but eventually those shivs are free. That's nice from all for one. But it feels like by the time I'm using, you know, up my sleeves after all for one, like I have to have played up my sleeves twice and then all for one it. Like, yeah, I do have hologram, but I just don't think that's super viable. Fan of Knives. Your shivs now hit all enemies and add 4 shivs to your hand immediately. Okay, I'm a shiv deck now. Fan of Knives. I kind of want to take up my sleeves just because it's AoE. I will take the Leading Strike. I'll take the on my sleeves. Let's go. Strawberry for some more HP. Anything that I can decrease its cost of is incredibly important to upgrade. There's nothing like that at the moment. Take the bulk up upgrade then. Let's pop strength pot, bulk up, leap. And I'll defend. Let's go full defense this turn. There's no reason for me to start aggressing. Chill, hell yeah. Chill, lightning rod, defend, defend. No damage to me. In fact, ridiculous over defense. Sadly, I can't play Fan of Knives and bulk up on the same turn here, but I can play Fan of Knives and Leading Strike, which is nice. 6 damage AoE, cool. So Leading Strike is going to be another 12 damage AoE, which means we've got 36 damage AoE, which means we'll focus our attacks here. GG. Vajra, 1 additional strength with this deck. Hell yeah. Claw is actually a really inefficient way for this all-for-one deck to deal damage. I will take a hologram, though. I still need a turbo for ultimate consistency here. Let's get the beam cell upgraded for an additional turn of vulnerability, because that's definitely going to matter now. Oh. Hello, Fan of Knives. Got him. Duplicator. Boot sequence. Yes, block me on turn 1. Thank you. Will Hollow go for the eyes? Or sorry, boot sequence go for the eyes. I can Hollow back, go for the eyes, and play it again here. I gotta wait until after I have a bulk up or 2 out before I start going, you know, balls to the walls on damage here. Bulk up, zap, and then shatter for a lot of damage. Great, you're still weakened for this turn, which is very important. 24 incoming, 24 blocked. Bulk up, chill. Send out a strike. Yeah, if I've only got to take 2 damage this turn, I'll take that rather than pop a pot. Permafrost. First time you play Power Each combat, gains 7 block, as well as Bronze Scales. Start each combat with 3 Thorns. Echo Form. 1,000 times Echo Form. Then... Hollow needs an upgrade for consistency. God, I need that turbo yesterday. Bulk up. I took a second to consider there whether or not I should have used the duplicator for the double bulk up. Of course, I considered it after casting bulk up. That's the right order, right? Frantic Escape, double defend, and then we're fully defended this turn. I could not defend. Oh, beautiful. It's actually a pretty good turn not to defend. Oh my god, you're kidding me. Even, I was gonna use the Lucky Tonic to full defend me this turn. I just full defend accidentally. I wasn't even counting the chance of full defending that turn. Very annoying that I'm going to have to lose that Echo Form because I can't rely on drawing a Frantic Escape next turn, and if I don't have Frantic Escape available next turn, I'm dead. That's annoying. If I had energy in my discard pile, I would be able to do stuff here. Goodbye, Echo Form. Okay, I gotta go for the eyes, cast the duel, escape frantically, and then stab him with shivs. 4 damage managed to connect with my body. Okay, now it's just sprint straight to the end. Oh, that'll do it. Up my sleeves. Shiv, shiv, shiv. All for one. It would have returned the up my sleeves again. Trash to treasure versus consuming shadow versus rainbow. Kind of awkwardly here. The correct answer, I believe, is no. None of these make us more powerful than they take us powerful. You may cook at rest sites. Yo, card removals. I got a lot of cards in here who don't need to be in here. Gain energy at the start of each turn, but powers cost 1 more. No, I've got 4 very important powers to play. And whistle. Stunning turn is nice, but no, let me cook at the rest sites. Hold up. Let me cook. Yeah, I'm literally just going to remove 4 strikes. It's going to make me so much more powerful. I do want to kill multiple elites while doing so. Let's do it. Bulk up into leading strike. Bulk up, zap, chaos. That's unfortunate. Yeah, we still take 5 damage that turn. Dark Orb's pretty big, though. Woof. Beam Cell... Loot. I'm gonna chill and then shatter. Give myself as much safety as possible. 20 damage this turn. Oh my god. Just... Strength Potion, not good. Another bulk up, probably not possible. I think at that point, it's just... too much of a good thing certainly exists. Glasswork, shatter with the AoE orb out, then... Chill. Boot sequence. So total defense this turn is going to be 26. Perfect. 2 of them die against my thorns, and none of them deal damage to me. Liquid bronze. Barrage uproar. Hotfix. If the hotfix was upgraded, I might have taken it there. Candelabra. Start turn 2 additional energy. That doesn't seem that important to us. I will remove a strike. Oh, you know what? Turn 2 additional energy. Oh, turbo. My love. I almost missed. I'm so sorry. Shatter doesn't exhaust? I don't think that's important for us. I do think, however, boot sequence doesn't exhaust is pretty good, because then I can recur it for additional block from both hologram and all for one. Bulk up, defend. This is perfect, actually. Bulk up, defend, and then I can all for one to get back full defense. Woo! I do have the big lucky tonic here if I need it. Don't need it. Hologram back a all for one, and then I've got a turbo back in hand, giving us the ability to play out all of these 0 costs, and then echo form. That's all I need a turbo for, because then I can recur the turbo 2 times in a single turn, take 2 turns at once, and then everything's fine. Too many turbos is too much of a good thing. I don't need that. Bulk up, boot sequence. I could leap, but I could also just all for one boot sequence again. Ooh, that's... Yeah, that's tough. This is going to be Lucky Tonic. I'm just going to fully prevent the 19 here. Oh, come on. There was a decay in my hand that I wasn't thinking about dealing damage to us. I'm not going to Lucky Tonic to prevent 2 damage. That's actually a bit much. There you go. I have to not attack that turn to be able to play. Rude. And I have to miss out on Echo Form as well? God damn. Chill Zap. Finally, I've got access to my weaken here. Hollow back. Go for the eyes, keep him weak. Walk up, defend, defend. Still a huge amount of defense there. Venerable T-Set and the Red Mask. Compact, yes. Worth having at least one of you if I'm about to be fighting a... Eon Glass. Horncleat, hey, at the start of the second turn, gain 14 block. We have a lot of freedom with what we want to do on that second turn now. Remove a decay and a strike. Just because I haven't mentioned this in a while, the reason I keep Clumsy versus a strike is because I'm unlikely to play a strike versus also unlikely to play Clumsy, whereas Clumsy has the good nature to remove itself from the deck immediately after not playing it. Strike decides to stick around. Basically just planning for a better second cycle of the deck. We move the Glass Orb to the front line, so it gets triggered twice from the Gold-Bladed Orbs, doing a lot more AoE. Hell yeah. Thank you. We have the ability to play Echo Form there because of the additional energy and defense on that turn from Horncleat. making so much, it much more safe, rather. I can do 11 damage in AoE twice here, but it doesn't really accomplish that much for us. I'm going to hollow back Glasswork and Zap. Then I'll Zap and Glasswork and then Shatter. So I take 13 this turn, and then easily clear the next turn. No more strikes. Sick. Weaken the front line, Glasswork, chill to evoke that. Pretty well defended. Ooh, Echo Form. And All for One, actually. Echo Form will All for One, bring back. Go for the eyes, boot sequence, chill. I do want to leave Turbo in the deck. These don't matter. Those can exhaust. But Turbo wants to remain in the deck, so I have the ability to return it from All for One and such. Let's Shatter first. Great. 14, 12, 11. Not significantly more than 30. And I do think the bulk up is going to be important to have out. 7 damage taken. Okay, if I hologram something back, it should be All for One and Turbo. And I play Turbo, Beam Sequence, bulk up. All for One kills the front line, returns all these 0 costs. Let's start focusing on the Magi Knight in the second line as well. Although I can't weaken you this turn, unfortunately. $13 HP on the back line, and that's more than easily dealt with the shivs. Festive Popper, 9 damage at all enemies at the start of each combat, and the Anchor for 10 block at the top of each combat as well. Walk up into Lightning Rod End. We'll hotfix before dual cast, but then the rest of this turn kind of plays itself. Go form Zap. Okay, bulk up. Right, that got double blade. Oh, I'm gonna do nothing. I have to leave Duplicator in this deck. It's too important to play that with Echo Form in one of the last fights. We got it! Single attacker, that's all we need. Sunder, second hologram, Tempest, no thank you. And now it's time to rest. Back up to 87 max HP. Let's go for the first boss. This one, I should be able to kill you without any of these, actually. Bulk up hotfix. And literally nothing else needed. Up my sleeve. Leading strike and compacts. Rude. Weaken you. We drop chill, and then... I actually think how this fight has gone so far, we save both of the potions for the next combat. Goddamn hollow. All of one's in the worst part of the deck right now. Double up on glasswork and then just drop a Band of Knives. Start focusing on solving the AoE combat. Leave a Frost Orb out in the front line. We managed to fully defend. Double drop boot sequence. Up my sleeve to turn it into a zero coster. I need all of one next turn, otherwise I'm going to have a really unimpactful turn. Okay. Pretty reasonable there. Could have been better, could have been worse. Double up a lightning rod. Defend. Hologram something back and then end the turn. And then should be okay with most hands to kill you this turn. I would have thought. Okay. Strength pot for this fight, and then it's duplicator as soon as I see Echo Form. I can't just randomly throw these shivs is the thing. I have to upgrade up my sleeve by playing it out. But I don't think I play another card here. I think I leave the turn for the Ripple Basin to activate. There's the Echo Form. Duplicator on Echo Form. Gotta be Lightning Rod, Beam Cell, and Chaos here. I gotta start getting the ability to weaken the enemy. Okay, this turn is return two things to hand. The first two cards I play are played twice. So if I hologram something, I can hologram back Beam Cell. And up my sleeve. And then the next card that double plays is Beam Cell. We managed to set up vulnerability on the enemy. Again, I play it up my sleeve. This one I will get rid of the shivs from. End that turn without generating the additional wither. There is a... Compact still in the draw pile. There's Compact. First card I would double play this turn would be Bulk Up. And then next double play is Wither, both for additional block as well as fuel removal. And then I can drop a Defend at the end of the turn for safety. Okay, we've actually managed to scale alongside Eon Glass in a way that I almost never managed to. I can double bulk up here, in which case I'll have no more orbs. But that's also kind of okay, because I don't really care about my orbs. Oh boy. Yeah, I defend a ridiculous amount if I just have a couple defense in hand. I would love to have more access to draw, though. Okay, first double play, go for the eyes. Then Fan of Knives. Drop a leap at the end. 27's taken off by those. We only take 30 to our... sorry, 3 rather to our base. Perfect. Double up my sleeve, then sets up lethal. Shiv defect is real. The Shiv defect hunting elites is real. God damn, that works so well. I mean, yeah, Echo Form and Duplicator does give us the ability to kind of just overwhelm an end boss with value, but also, like, we were able to save it until then intentionally. Fan of Knives, up my sleeve, and Leading Strike, just the full Shiv sub-theme for defect. Along with bulk ups. My god. That was so smooth. Also worth giving a special shout out to the fact that we had the first bulk up before we picked up Kafuda with the give 3 block, which then turned into 6 block, which then turned into 9 block for a 0 cost card that I get to recur consistently. Hell yeah. That might be one of the most convincing wins I've had in a while. For the moment. My name's been Rhapsody. Name of the game's been Slay the Spire 2, though. Top left is a series playlist for all of my content of the game, past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations are down below, streaming past the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. I'd love to thank to him. A special thanks this episode to Coldheart. Hopefully you'll have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.